Hello and welcome to episode 82.
82.
82.
This was a very unusual episode of TrustyHogs. Usually we tell you what's going on in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
Usually we help you with your listener problems. Not today. Today
It's unusual because I
unusual.
booked the guest again.
yes, and you booked the same guest again, our psychic Penelope.
Yes!
So exciting. So please enjoy Penelope doing our astral charts.
We learn a lot about ourselves. We learn a lot about each other. And I'll say it, I don't think I'm as unbalanced as she said.
You resisted all of the critiques that she gave you, but loved all of the compliments. The other thing to say about this episode is that Penelope also realigned our chakras.
Which needed to happen. You've been saying for weeks your chakras feel unaligned.
Yes, I'm always saying that. And so that is in the extras for our Patreons. So please enjoy episode 82 of Trusty Hogs.
Woo!
Through the fog, step forth the trusty hogs. Yeah, you're gonna give them your problems and they will solve them. Or maybe they won't, and that's your problem. They'll have guests and Andrew White on the tech. Oh, it's Helen and Catherine as the trusty hogs. Trust the trusty hogs, or maybe not.
Oh my gosh. Welcome to the new studio, but welcome back specifically to Penelope, everybody! Oh my god! We're so happy you're here. They're like, actually the room is like full of kids. We're all just so excited. This is so nice. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm even more excited to be here after
Really?
last year. Yes.
Oh my god, you've had a year.
I have had a year, but this is the beginning. This actually, now that we're out of Pisces, we're in Aries, time of your
Thank
birth.
you.
What does that mean to be out of Pisces?
Well, Pisces is the 12th sign of the zodiac, so it's the end of the astral year.
Oh, so we're basically having a new year.
Yeah.
I love New Year. This is great.
So this is your time to shine, ladies,
Mm-hmm.
and my time to actually give you a little bit of insight into where you are astrally travelling.
You've brought
over
so
this
much
year.
homework, Penelope.
I know, and I've even written on it. I've written on both of yours.
Oh
I'm
my
dying.
goodness.
So that you know what the planets are about. And I'm going to do
This
you
is
one
so
by
great.
one.
Oh my god.
Okay, I
And-
think we could pretend that we're going to choose who goes first, but I assume it'll have to be Helen because otherwise she's going to burst. Is that
It
what's
was the same
happening?
as last year, but I upset. But she got so overwhelmed last year.
Oh, because you talked about her actual life and feelings. I forgot this. You got so overwhelmed. Are you more mentally prepared this time?
Why are we bringing that up? I am mentally prepared because
Fabulous.
we're doing where we're at, right?
We're doing where we're at, in conjunction with your birth chart. Now these are your birth charts. So
Fantastic.
if you look at your charts, ladies.
It's
Yes.
right in front of you, Penelope.
Thank you.
Also, you know, Helen's been doing loads of therapy since we saw you last, so I think she's going to be in a better place.
Really?
I'm doing a lot of therapy. I've been working on myself. So if you tell me that I'm mad, then you're correct, actually, yeah. But still, I'm in a better place.
And are you doing talk therapy?
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Well, I talk a lot.
You talk a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you found this helpful.
Yes, it's a journey. It's a journey. But yeah, I'm finding it really helpful. I feel like I'm
Really proud of you.
figuring stuff out.
And your 30s is the ideal time to do that, because when you're in your teens and your 20s, you're a bit young.
Right?
You know, and everything really hurts. And it's all about you, and everyone's very scorched earth in their 20s. Yeah. In your 30s, a bit more balance.
I do feel like I've got a bit more like of a general view on stuff instead of just like a goal, like, oh my God, this will fix, or I'll just let go of it, or I'll just move on. But now I'm like, no, you need to work on letting go of stuff and work on moving on. And I'm definitely like, this is just, it's an interesting time in my life, I feel. Like,
Congratulations.
thank you. Yay.
I'm delighted.
Catherine works on herself too.
Of
I'm
course
trying.
you do.
I try. I feel like you've been doing really well with the therapy, though. I feel like it's quite a scary thing in some spaces to be like, I'm going to deal with this thing that has been hanging over me for ages. So you're very inspiring. But can we talk astral?
Of course we can.
Should we do me first?
Yes, let's do that first. Now, we did your charts. Okay,
Oh my
this
God.
is where the planets were when Helen was born. The
Whoa.
day that everybody wants to remember.
25th
Of
of March,
course.
1991.
And so you were saying just a moment ago, Helen's is very, if you look compared to mine on the camera, yours is very, like nothing in the bottom half.
Yes.
And mine is much more balanced across the space. What does it all mean, Penelope?
Okay, well, for Helen. And I'm mindful of your journey, Helen. When you've got everything on the top of your chart, like we've got it all on the top of the chart.
Yes,
here.
all on the top of the chart. Yes, I was very unbalanced.
She's top heavy. She's top heavy.
I am top heavy.
It can mean that you're very impulsive. It can mean that you feel things very deeply.
Yes.
It means that you hang on to stuff and you don't have that balance of, like, everyone's got their yin and their yang.
Yeah.
Everyone's got their yin and their yang. All of yours is yin, there's very little yang. But it does mean that you are a powerhouse. It means that you are unstoppable. A bit like a freight train going into Charing Cross Station and not stopping.
I have been reviewed so many times by comedy reviewers referring to me as like a piece of like farming machinery or a freight train. Like she's a bulldozer, she's a harvester, she's a train. Like
Train is good because, you know, with the carriages and you're bringing everything through. So like a freight train.
Yeah.
Heading for those buffers and not stopping. This is the Helen that we love.
Yeah.
And this is the Helen that can conquer the world.
oh, I knew it. I think I could rule like dictator wise.
I think you could be a politician if you really felt like it.
So do I.
But not with
I mean,
this
she
kind
just
of
found out about capitalism. So, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Oh, it's awful. It's awful. Do you know about capitalism?
well, we do live in a capitalist society.
I know, but who knew? Like, well, I know now, but like,
Did you just say who knew?
who knew? Who knew about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's corporate greed. It's everywhere. Constantly.
What? This has only just occurred to you.
No, only a couple of months ago. It's been a while, yeah.
Okay, it's like, oh my gosh.
Valentine's Day, Christmas. It's awful.
So you're not going to celebrate those anymore?
No, I will. Not
will.
Valentine's Day.
Was that when,
Actually, yeah, I did not go home for
was
Christmas
that when my
this year.
daughter left school at 16 and she went off to college?
Yeah.
She honestly believed that when you came out of full-time education, the government gave you start-up money.
Oh my gosh, bless her heart.
She thought they gave you like 30 grand.
They
get
should,
started-
Penelope,
to
they
get started in
should.
life, rather than leaving you with a debt for going to uni.
That's so
She thought that's what they did,
sweet.
and she was so upset when she found out that didn't happen. So you're
Listen,
entering
we're
that
all
world
upset.
now.
Oh my God. Okay, right.
Yeah,
I'm
wow, that's-
looking forward to my 30 grand.
Yeah, well, it's never going to happen.
You didn't go to university.
Yeah, but you get 30 grand when you turn 30 if you didn't go to university.
Oh, is that the rule?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
I
Just
quite
to say
like this
congratulations
utopia.
for joining the...
Wouldn't it be lovely?
Yeah, it would
Wouldn't
be.
it be lovely?
Honestly, sounds correct to
Yeah.
me. More correct than the student debt we have. But listen, yeah.
We're not going to be political today. We're going to be astral.
We're doing
Astral.
the stars.
Astral.
Okay.
Astral. So, with Helen's chart, the top heavy chart. As we all know, Helen is an Aries.
Thank you.
First sign of the zodiac.
Thank
The
you.
powerful ram.
Thank you.
Or the climbing goat, as called last year.
Let's focus on the powerful ram and not the goat.
Yeah, we called her a goat last year. Goat, ram, it's the
Powerful
same thing.
ram is like exactly how I would describe you in bed. So that way, that's like.
Just headbutting, guessing like, is it in? Is it in? I can't feel it.
But what does it know? What does it mean? What does it all mean?
Okay, so what we've done is we've written down all her planets.
Oh my God.
And if you look next to all of this writing that I did,
Yes.
there are degrees. Okay, so if you look here, there's degrees, there's numbers.
So go on our Instagram now if you're listening to it and we'll put it up as pictures. Okay.
There's degrees, and this is how much into the zone that you are.
Okay.
And each, if you imagine a circle, is 360 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
You divide that by 12, which is the 12 signs of the zodiac.
Wow, okay.
Each-
Pizza with 12 slices.
Yeah, pizza
Yeah.
with 12. Each little section is 30 degrees. Each section is a 30
Yeah.
slot. So this is how many degrees that you're in.
Okay.
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 So if you are a truly balanced person, everything would be sort of like between 10 and 20. Some of yours are much less. Some of yours are much
That
higher.
one says 3 degrees.
Well, this one says 4.2.
Yay. 420.
4.2.
Let's get high.
Okay. Okay. So
I love the Penelope just like, okay,
We're not doing that.
okay, I'm going to turn the sheet of paper away from you now. Okay.
she's incorrigible, ladies and
She
gentlemen.
really is.
So actually, although you're born under the sign of Aries, only you're in 4 degrees, just over 4 degrees.
Okay.
So there's lots of other stuff going on in there for you. So even though you're an Aries,
Yeah.
there's a big mix going on for you.
Okay.
Your highest thing is you've got Aries here as well in your Mercury. So
Okay.
what we've done is we put your fire signs in. So because you're born under a fire sign,
Thank
so
you.
under those put FFF. For all your fire signs.
Amazing.
You've got 5. So actually, you've got quite a lot of fire in your chart.
I see that for me, actually.
Yeah.
You see that for you, and your sun sign is your ascendant. So that's. This sounds very complicated for you, doesn't it?
For you. For everyone. No, I'm following it.
Yeah, but you're
My
the only
son-
one whose face looks like it's melting while Penelope's trying to explain. You're like, oh,
My sun sign is in ascendants.
Is your ascendant sign. So everybody, like this lovely lady here, the lovely Catherine, her sun sign is Leo.
Yes.
Because she's born on the sign of Leo. So your sun sign is Aries,
Thank
mine
you.
is Pisces.
Okay.
But you've got quite a bit of that, because if you add the two together, you've got 22 and 4 makes 26. So actually you've got a lot of those Aries characteristics, but in different planets.
I was going to say, like, I feel like I am a very classic Aries in so many ways. Like, very fiery, like, very, like, sort of, like, ruddy-minded. Like, if I think it's that way, then we should do it that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But you also have quite a lot of other stuff in there, I have to be honest. Like,
Tell
your
us.
intuition levels in Neptune are really high.
Thank you.
They're almost 17%, which
Okay.
is over half. And for an Aries, that is enormous.
And does that mean intuition, like, I can tell whether someone's, like, good or evil?
Yes.
I can. You know I can.
She's an incredibly good judge of character.
My intuition with people, like, I've been wrong, like, literally twice, but in general, I'm like, no, I've there's something, I'm going to give that one space.
Which is excellent, but it also should make you good at making business decisions, and that's what you have to work on. Because, you know, you've got 17%, which is really high, really high.
Thank you.
Some people only have 1 or 2% of intuition. Those are the people that make thousands of mistakes and marry the same bloke 15 times over, you know.
We all
I've
know
never
her.
had a
We all know
relationship.
her.
My intuition's too high. I know never to get in a relationship with a man.
Whatever, again.
Ever. Yeah. No, I've never had a relationship.
No, you have had relationships in the past.
Not properly. Not an
not
official.
Not official.
Not like a boyfriend to take home.
But would you want one?
That's the thing. I was hoping you were going to tell me.
Well, I will. I
Okay.
will. But I won't tell you quite
I
yet.
will say, so far, you have to let Penelope actually do your reading, because currently what I'm finding is that you're doing your reading.
Okay, yeah.
But I'd love to hear about you, but I have only heard from you. So let's find out.
I'm a freight train.
She's a freight train. In Venus, which is for your passion, your emotion, the love part of your life,
Yeah.
you've got 7.5%. Well, I say 7.5%, you've got 7.5 degrees in.
Yeah.
And that means that you are and can be very reserved with relationships. You can have a trust issue with people. So if you were going to date somebody that you really want to take home to your parents and you wanted to get married and have 17 children, I would pick someone that you really liked as a person, that was a great friend, that had been a confidant for life. I wouldn't go out for some random bloke that you met 6 months ago that
Right.
swept you off your feet. Yeah.
Interesting. Like
And
an
I
old
agree with that.
friend.
Like, I would not want just to,
like a person you lived with, say.
Catherine wants me to get with my housemate.
Really? What's
Yeah.
his name?
Sunil.
Really?
He doesn't let me hug him that much, so I don't think it's going to work out.
He's on the spectrum, I feel.
He is! Oh my god! Okay, yeah. Incredible. He is, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Wow. Does he know that?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
He did an online test.
Really?
I'd be like, what a way for him to find out listening to your astral
No, also
chart.
my mum came over like last year at some point and she gave him a hug and she went, "Oh, that was an autistic hug."
Oh,
Really?
okay.
Yeah, and he was like,
she would
"Okay,
know,
Anne."
to be
Yeah,
fair.
she
Why
would
would your
know.
mum know?
My dad's autistic and she hugged him a
Really?
lot. Yeah.
So what else do we need to know? What else does she need to be looking out for?
She needs to really trust them, because you would be the kind of lady who would fall into a relationship with somebody, get all swept up in the moment and go, oh my God, the passion is amazing.
Yeah.
And then fall pregnant and then leave.
I do think I could raise a baby best by myself.
And you would leave not because you didn't care for that person, but you wouldn't trust them enough to make your life secure.
Baby girl. Okay, so we got to find you an old friend.
Someone that you trust. And I have found over the years, looking at people's relationships, I do loads of relationship readings.
Yeah.
The best relationships are either polar opposites that attract, where they still have their individual lives, but the bit in the middle is magical, or it's someone that you trust so much that you know they've got your back more than anything.
No, I think I'm polar opposite.
Really?
I love that, like, yin and yang, like someone to sort of like do what I can't do, and sort of like, and I also love that like independence. Like I really admire friends in relationships who can travel without each other and like have their own lives, have their own world, as well as like they're strong together but they're so strong apart as well. Like I like that.
That is what everybody should have, I feel.
I think so.
Because I think if you completely get consumed within a relationship and you don't know where you end and the other person begins, it becomes codependent. And then they get sick, or they go travelling for work, and you literally can't change a light bulb.
And
You
it's
literally
not a comment
can't.
people are really close. I just think I need a lot more alone time than people realise.
Do you think?
Like, I really do. I think people think that I need to be like with people 24/7, but I genuinely do enjoy like myself.
But I also
That sounded like I just wank alone all the time, which I do.
You said what you said.
But I also think you need someone that you trust, because I look at you, I get this vibe from you, and I think that you are really great with people. Really great with people. If you don't trust them, then the foundation's not going to be strong.
Yeah.
Because your intuition levels are so high. They are so high. And also, you've actually got really high spirituality.
Thank you.
I don't look at you and feel spirituality. I don't look at you and feel that you're visiting the synagogue or the church or just at one with
I
your
went to Sunday
runestones.
school for
I
a
think-
bit.
I
I
think-
hated it.
I think everyone went to Sunday school like for a week or so.
Yeah.
You know.
It was the 90s. It was
Yeah,
compulsory.
yeah.
Well, it gave your parents the morning to have sex, really, didn't it? So you're
Wow,
out of the house.
Penelope, I do not love that version of events.
Frot away, Anna Michael, of your fucking dreams.
But it's true.
Goodness
It's like the kids were out of the house on
me.
Sunday morning. You know, and you could have like
Sorry, my childhood's been rewritten. Oh.
Your dad's a deacon. He was doing the service.
No, not then.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
oh,
Yikes.
You're okay,
Yeah.
Catherine.
you're
Back
okay.
to Helen. And her spirituality, please.
It's probably different in Ireland.
Can
Yeah.
I ask
Yeah.
if the spirituality, could that be something to do with me believing in like ghosts and like people sort of like
Do you
watching
believe
over
in
you?
ghosts?
I do. I haven't seen one, like,
Do you
but I
feel
do.
them?
And I used to see them when I was younger, but I don't have memories of it. It's like it's been through people telling me stories about me seeing ghosts, and I remember being frightened,
Really?
but I couldn't remember it exactly.
See, I believe that all children have the ability to see and feel things that we lose the ability to feel and see as we get older. And I think that every single person in the world has like psychic gifts. But
Yes.
as you get older, you kind of let it go because people go, what are you talking about? You know? So if you have that feeling that you sense spirit around you, let's call it ghosts, let's call it spirit. Then I would cultivate that because it could give a new edge to your act.
I think it could, and I definitely do feel like presences of people, particularly people who've like recently passed, or like if something like coincidences. I definitely read into them more than other people would.
For someone that's recently passed, okay,
Yeah.
this is my acid test. Why do you think they're stepping forwards? Like
To talk to me.
just to talk to you, to be present. What is your viewpoint of why they're there?
I often think it's just a goodbye.
Do you?
Yeah. You're not often with people when they die.
No.
And I think people do spend a bit of time saying goodbye to people.
Okay. Because my viewpoint is slightly different.
Go on.
I think people come through to speak to people if they don't get a chance to tell them everything they want to say before they pass away.
Really?
If they pass suddenly.
Yeah.
So if they're walking down the street and they're hit by a bus.
Yeah.
For that reason. And also if they've got unfinished business.
Unfinished business for sure.
Yeah.
But then they're just left wandering around for years and years and years.
Well, some people like to wander. They do. They quite enjoy the wandering.
I'm not going to be a wanderer, am I?
Oh,
That's very freaky.
This is what I'm saying. See, Catherine's like, oh, Andrew didn't do the Velcro very well.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, that's a sign. Did you feel that?
I did. The thing is, it gave me such a shock.
Yeah, because there's the spirit with us right now.
Andrew, can you please fix the sensor?
Instead of pivoting the camera up.
You girls should come to one of my seances.
No, I want to so bad.
I did a seance in a graveyard last year.
Oh my God.
Penelope?
I did
What a
it-
great place to do it.
I did it for like Midsummer's Eve, like
Yeah.
you know, I did it for that, and I did it live on my Facebook. I've taken it down now because people got a bit freaked out, and because on my Facebook I have like loads of videos that I've done of all contact experience.
Oh my God.
And it was just like people got really freaked out, and I couldn't understand why. And then I watched back the video.
Put that back up, my darling.
It's okay for now.
Yeah.
It's not making us look bleached out, is it? And like we need to go and put
Yeah,
on
because
more
Penelope
makeup.
and I are redheads and we want to look cute. Thank you,
Wow,
Andrew.
I love that you needed that fixed.
Sorry, Andrew. I'm like, oh, so what's happening with the lighting? Because I do care about the seance, but I also care about how cute I am. Thank you.
Okay, it will take a minute to switch off again.
Thank
That's
you,
okay.
Andrew.
Wow.
These are your things for soundproofing, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I moved into my flat, the lady before me, she was a singer, bad singer.
No!
shocking singer. I've heard her on YouTube and on Spotify. And she had put up all this like stuff.
So that no one could hear how bad she was?
Well, I guess for her recordings.
For her special recordings.
In
For the benefit
commas,
of the listener. Yeah.
From a psychic. Her inverted commas recordings.
And like she painted, but she left the Velcro on.
No.
So I've got bumpy ceilings. I haven't done anything about it because I'm just like a slattern when it comes to painting ceilings.
That's,
No.
well, I mean,
Why
that's
should you?
reasonable.
Why should
That's
you?
reasonable.
So this
Yes.
is interesting. I love the old friend thing because like the idea of these dating apps for me, like Catherine's been encouraging me to like put myself out there, and I hate it.
She's not a dating app kind of girl.
Fine.
You'd be great for an introduction agency. I don't know if they still exist.
An
Oh my
introduction agency.
Penelope, I wish they did. I wish they did.
Well, a friend of mine got married like about, well, it must be 15 years ago now. And her siblings were so upset that she never had a date. Like, never had a date. And she was a gorgeous girl, but she found men really awful. And she'd fallen in love with this guy and she couldn't get over it. It was 25 years later. And they signed up to this introduction agency. She met 3 people. Each of them were people that she would never meet in life.
Yeah.
The third one she married. And
Whoa.
on her 47th birthday, she found out that she was expecting her first child.
Holy hell!
And then she had a second baby at 51.
What
Love it.
the
I know.
fuck?
I know. So now when I see her, she's exhausted because she's running around after 2 primary school children.
Oh my god! And you're like, have you heard of leather
I know.
trousers? Because that's what my big project is at the minute.
I know. It's just like, so they were very good.
Yeah.
Or those like meet you dinner parties.
That'd be cute.
A friend of ours, her name's Lou Sanders. She's an amazing comedian, and she says that she feels like I'm going to meet someone at a gig.
Really?
Yeah. She was like, I think it's going to happen in real life, and I think you're going to meet someone at a gig. And she's very spiritual.
You know who I thought you ought to interview? Not that I'm setting up your.
Please.
I saw this lady recently. She's her and her wife have got 2 children, and a lot of her act. I think her name might be Susie.
Jen Brister?
That's the one.
Jen Brister. Oh, I love
Brister.
Jen.
Jen, we should have Jen on.
I
Jen's
think she'd
so
be really good with
Have
you
we not
guys.
had Jen on yet?
No, we should.
We have to get Jen on.
Penelope,
She's
thank you for
hysterical.
booking the
She's
show
so
as well.
funny.
She's so funny, and I thought she'd work really well with you girls.
Oh my god, I love that you're. Last time you were like, "Let me get you voiceover agents." This time you're like, "I've got some guest suggestions." I love it so much. Back to the astral chart, lads.
Back to the astral chart.
Sorry, yes, yes.
So we're looking at your chart and where this puts you now. Because tell everybody how old you are this year because you've just had your birthday.
Yes, I turned 32.
Right. So 32, 33, 34, 35. 32. It's your number 9 year.
Okay.
So in a 12-year chapter, which is how we work as astrologers,
Yeah.
each year has an energy. So the year that you're born is your
Aries, yeah.
Aries year, and then it's Taurus, Gemini, and
Yeah,
it works
yeah,
through.
yeah.
Okay.
So this is your number 9 year, and your number 9 year is a year of infinite possibilities. It is the year of promise. Okay, it's the year of everything that you want to achieve. You have to put it out there, and then you've got to watch the pieces drop.
Wait, so if I've got like something I really want to do at some point in my career, I need to put it out there now.
Now.
Okay.
Now. And you
God,
have to
I've got
watch the
emails to send.
You have emails to send. You've got to watch the pieces drop, and then as the pieces drop, you'll see a jigsaw of your life emerging.
I love jigsaws.
Do you?
Yes.
Somebody-
Obsessed.
Are you obsessed?
Yes.
Someone bought me a jigsaw yesterday, and I haven't done a jigsaw for like 40 years. And I'm going, well, the pieces are so small. Where are my glasses? You know? But that's what you ought to be doing. So in your number 9 year, and you're literally just in it because you've just had your birthday.
Great.
This is the year where all the pieces are going to kind of click into place. But there are going to be bits in there that are going to be blank. So it's like looking at a picture and there's going to be bits in it that you go, oh, I don't know about that.
Okay.
Not sure if that's going to work for me. You take those out straight away.
Okay.
You use that fabulous intuition that you've got. You remove those pieces and then you concentrate on what's left.
I understand. So like whenever like you do comedy, like you got like, I want to do this script, I want to do this, I want to tour there, I
Yeah.
want to travel here, and it's like if something's just not clicking, just like let it
Walk
go.
away. Literally walk away. And don't do it with,
Unless
oh my...
it's a podcast, in which case I say just stick with it.
I'm walking away from Trusty
Just
Hogs.
hold on to it.
No, you're not.
It doesn't feel right.
It does
No.
feel right. In her lovely shirt
I
today,
know,
which I
she looks so
compliment,
nice.
you do look
She
absolutely
looks so
amazing.
nice.
Thank you very much.
But wait, so is this also true not just of work but of love?
Everything. This is your year for everything. What is it with your life?
It's back where we want it to be. It's back where we want it to be. The sense
Yeah.
is covered again.
Yeah. Yes.
We're good. The ghost is gone.
So, the wrinkles will not be showing today.
No, we're fine. You haven't got
wrinkles?
a single.
I know,
Come
right?
on.
Well, I said to Helen I was going to get my Botox done before I came, ran out of time.
I'm getting mine done on Sunday, Penelope.
Are
It's a
you?
very tough time. I know it's in the schedule. I've been
We
waiting
will
and
get
waiting.
to the redheads and the Botox in a
Sorry.
minute. I have to
Your
figure
love
out what
life.
I'm doing this year.
Yes, so in this year, you have to, and when you walk away, don't walk away going, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I can't do that. Just go, it's just not right. Literally, you have to be harsh with the people, not harsh, that's the wrong word, firm and decisive.
Understood.
You can say, I'm sorry, it doesn't fit into my schedule this year, but don't go overboard.
Okay.
Don't go overboard. There's also a feeling around all of this that I'm looking at, and I've got your characteristics here, Helen.
Oh
my God, exciting.
Yeah, very exciting.
Are they all complimentary? Or?
Oh, it's a mix.
Okay.
It's a mix. We're not going to...
I love
It's
you,
a mix.
Penelope. So it is a mix. It's going to be a mix for this one.
You wouldn't want me to lie, would you?
No, never. But
lie. Yeah, so when you're doing your walking away, bearing in mind that you are quite a spiritual, quite an intuitive, open human being.
God bless us all.
God bless us all. You've got to channel that openness with others.
Okay.
So don't think, oh my goodness, I'm not going to say that because I could be blocking out work 3 years from now. You are going to be in a very different position than you are now in 3 years. You're going to be much more picky-choosy. Choose. So it doesn't matter what you say. And this sounds awful.
No, but it's okay to be honest and then to trust that you will be a big enough name that you're going to be booked again.
Exactly.
I'm enjoying the interest of last time when it was I need to say yes to more things.
Yes.
And you were encouraging me to just go with it. Just trust that you, and I did.
And the thing that made me really proud, and I said it to Helen, was when I was lying on my sofa in about February or March, and I was flicking through the channels at 3 o'clock in the morning. What did I find? Bauer's Bar.
On UK TV Play. We haven't even really spoken about that in a series on UK TV Play.
And I went, oh, it's like comparing. And she said, oh, I just couldn't possibly be comparing. I feel so out of my comfort zone. And
Penelope,
I did feel out of my comfort zone. Yeah.
But you were so good. You were so good.
Hey, look at that full circle. Okay, now listen up to some mixed qualities.
And the thing is, it took you out of your comfort zone.
It did.
But nobody would have known it took you out of your comfort zone.
Hey, look at that.
And the fact that, you've gone from your 8 year, which is a hard work year.
Yeah.
And that's the year that you put things out, you really have to work hard.
Oh my God.
This number 9 year is the year of infinite possibilities. If you look at a number 9 like this.
Yeah.
You
Wait, I said yeah. What's that?
a number
number
9.
nine.
Oh, you're drawing a number 9. All right, okay.
It's a 9.
Yes, no, I see it now.
Well, I could have done this.
That would have helped me, yeah.
It's like a seamless curve. It's like a seamless curve. And that's what you've got to try and have this year, that seamlessness of moving you forwards. And it can't look like hard work as much as you can be falling apart inside.
Yeah.
And I do have a sense, actually, that you I'm not saying that you're an anxious person, but you can overthink things. I'm apologising. I have had the flu.
That's fine, it's fine.
We'll cut it out.
Will you cut it out?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Maybe a glow on the skin would be good.
Gorgeous.
You might be feeling really anxious inside and you might be overthinking.
Yeah.
You both have that trait. But you have to let the overthinking go because whatever your first gut instinct is the one that has to lead you.
And
this
it's
year.
always correct, is what you're saying.
99%.
It's always
It's
correct.
always correct. 99% of the
pretty
time.
freaking high. That's true.
You question your intuition all the time. Use that power that you've got to know when someone's good or evil.
Thank you.
Use that power for other stuff.
Hey now.
So just
Listen
don't
to
use it
yourself.
for, oh my God, I don't like you. There's something about your vibe I'm not keen on.
Yeah.
Use it for everything else as well. Also, why aren't you moving?
What do you mean?
Why are you not moving house yet?
To live with someone different?
Well,
Wait. to buying a property?
Are you?
Oh my God. Okay, let's just have the sensor off.
Okay, fine. Go on.
what is like a heat sensor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For anyone who is
we'll
just
sort that
listening, we're going to cut this out.
Yeah. Go on. Sorry.
I quite like that. It's quite a nice. I feel that it's time to redefine your living environment.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Fascinating.
Interesting. I like where I rent at the moment, and I think I'm happy in it.
I'm not saying you're not happy.
Okay.
I'm not saying you're not happy. I'm saying it's time to rethink. You don't have to do it yet.
Rethink it.
But-
Well, I often think that Helen, if she wants to buy, and I think she does in the future, needs to just think a little bit more about like how that's going to happen and talk through with somebody who can help her, that like as to what the steps at least will look
Like I still haven't downloaded ClearScore. I've never had a credit card. Like,
Oh my God, ClearScore is so depressing.
Okay.
Credit Karma even is fine for you guys. Credit Karma, nice little karmic vibe.
Do you not have a credit card?
No, never.
So I was just thinking maybe while we have this conversation, maybe I can help a little bit or introduce you to somebody who could help.
Like a financial advisor?
Exactly.
But I just figured that one day that I would just have a ton of money
Right.
and I would just buy outright.
That's not how it works.
Well, I thought one day I'd have a ton of money and
Yeah.
I'd buy outright.
And
Well, we did have a house, and then I got divorced, and my house disappeared. So,
but I'm never going to get married.
Oh,
never
behave
say
yourself.
never.
Okay, never say never.
And I'm still renting 25 years later.
Yeah.
So there are steps that you need to plan if you want that's the kind of security. You're more of a security bunny than she is, though. Catherine, we know. She cherishes that security.
I do.
And I think that it's something that we're going to get to because
Okay.
yours is very different.
Okay.
But if you did want to buy a property,
Yeah.
blowing all your money is not the way to do it. And I do think that you're not always as good with money as you could be. I'm not.
What?
You go to Disney a lot for an
I'm not
adult.
saying that you are overdrawn.
I'm not.
God
in,
forfend.
I'm not in debt, but I definitely see money as something to be spent
But
on
see,
fun.
if you're not in debt, that also affects your credit. It's weird. You've got to have a credit card. You've got to have borrowed money. You've got to. All these things affect how people look at you as a viable risk. I sound like a financial advisor.
I know. It's
No, but my
exciting.
intuition is that I'm just going to win the lottery.
Oh no, that's not going to happen.
But that really not for me. No, I love how seriously I took that.
It's not
Is
a
it definitely
long-term
not?
plan.
You're not going to win the lottery. You'll do fine financially.
Okay.
But it will come from you.
From
it
work.
won't come from some little
Tough
ball
break, Helen, sorry.
going
I
round
know.
in a
And
machine.
me, Lotto?
Much more likely.
Okay, you know what? Fun for everyone. Fun for everyone.
Oh, if I won the Lotto, I would give you a house deposit.
Thank you.
I thought you were
Likewise.
going to say a house. I was going to say, well, that would be a nice gesture.
No, house deposit.
She has to learn. My God.
But no, I feel that I'm not saying you're outgrowing your environment, but it's time to up the ante slightly.
This is interesting because next week's guest is my housemate. So I think
Well,
that
I'll
we
be
can,
bringing
we'll
this up.
chat with
I'll be bringing
him.
this up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is he a comedian as well?
Yeah.
Do I know him?
Sunil Patel.
He's an actor as well.
What's he been in?
It's a great
Apple
question.
advert.
Have you been looking for a laptop?
Lots of stuff. Like basically any British sitcom that's come out, he's got like a little part in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Very
Yay.
exciting. Okay, so we need someone you trust. House you need to think about, and certainly financials you have to plan. In business-wise, trust your intuition. This is the big year where everything's possible. What else? does
I'm
she
just
need to know?
going to go on her traits now.
Please.
So these are things that were like written. My traits are things that were written for me when I was born.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you were born. Okay. As we started off with a one-sided chart.
Yeah.
Okay.
The moving things really throw
Okay.
me.
It's interesting.
You become very focused on things that interest you.
Yes.
Things that don't interest you, absolutely not. Like if you didn't
Yeah.
like maths at school, nothing was going to get you
Yeah.
to understand that.
I know how to use a calculator.
You're what I like to call the creative bubble,
Yeah.
highly evolved.
Yes.
See, I like to say that.
What does that
Thank you.
mean?
Everybody has a certain creative bubble. Everyone has a certain creative edge. Some people it's more developed than others. Some people it's what powers them. It's what powers her.
Wow.
I'm very creative, everyone.
She's very, very creative.
You're so receptive to the things you like and so resistant to the things you don't. Like in this whole reading, you're like, actually, I think I'm yin yang for love, and actually, I think I'm gonna with Lotto. Listen.
You can see both sides,
Yeah.
but not often.
Ooh, interesting.
I mean, I think that you'll listen, but you'll go away and it won't have touched the sides.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Thank you for telling me your side. I will be forgetting that as I leave.
You can be single-minded
Yeah.
and you don't like to fail. There is a real joy in failing. Like when you fail at something, you learn something. And if you never fail, you never learn.
Yeah, last night on stage, I died a death.
No, you didn't.
I did. We're going to talk. We
has
talked about it in
not
the
stopped
extras.
talking about
In the
it.
extras.
The girl does not like failure.
Where were you? I'll never go.
East London.
Yes.
I'll never go.
But I failed big time.
You can be very adventurous, and we could say reckless. You need constant stimulation.
Yes.
So things that interest you and all the rest of it. So if the conversation is heading elsewhere, it's not always ideal for Helen. What else we got here?
That's literally every episode of the podcast.
Now, this is the one that you're going to be challenged by, I feel. You need stability, but you really push against it. So on an internal level, there is this want for stability, but you do everything in your power to push it away. Hence, the lack of financial security, and that kind of thing. We're not going to go into too much depth.
Because she hates that.
Because you hate that. You can be incredibly disorganised.
No! I swear I'm organised.
I think that in your mess, there is organisation.
Thank you. I honestly...
But I have that trait as well. Like people come into my house and they go, well, where is it? And I go, I know exactly where it is and I can find it.
Yeah.
But do not open a drawer in my house because it's got...
I'm organised on things that I want to be organised with. But when it's stuff like people go like... Just going back to this like buying a house thing, like people are like you just get a credit card and it's so simple. You just do this, this, and this, and you just need to talk to this mortgage broker. And I'm like, I haven't any interest in it, so I'm not going to do it. So it looks like everything's disorganised, but it's because I haven't tried.
Okay, well,
but if I tried,
if you try, well, we're going to wait on that one, ladies and gentlemen. You can be very insecure. And we covered this last year. We're not going to cover it again. But your insecurity is something that has to be worked on. Yeah. Daily, weekly, monthly, annually.
Yeah. And
it's something you will never be a person that is not insecure.
Yeah.
But you mask it incredibly well.
Thank you.
And you know everything that goes along with that. You're also a lot more intelligent than people give you credit.
So
for.
true. So fucking true.
And it's not. She pretends to be a bimbo though when she's a really
me and my friend actually talked about this the other day, and it's like. She's like, I think people think sometimes that you're stupid because you ask questions when you don't know something, but most people just nod along.
Yeah.
But because I go like, wait, what was that? But that's an intelligence. I want to learn. Yeah, I'm like keen to learn knowledge. Is. But if I just nodded along, then everyone just accepts that everyone knows it.
Yeah.
But because I ask, and then people think.
Exactly. So.
That's interesting.
Right? Cookie in the room.
She's so smart. You're so smart. You often know things. You have such a wide range of knowledge as well.
If I'm interested in it.
But also, you're such an autodidact. Like when we were setting up this studio, and we were thinking our Instagram needs work. None of us knew anything about it. So Helen was just like, "Oh, I'll just learn." And then she went away and read everything there was to read about it. Yeah, because if she's happy to learn a new skill. Whereas I'm like, I was finished learning at 18. The skills I have are the skills I have.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. Which is weird because I dropped out of education so early, but I was genuinely like, it wasn't because I didn't like learning, it's because I didn't want to learn what they were teaching.
Well, I think that's the way the world is going.
It's never come out that way, but that made so much sense when I said
it. Does.
It. Yeah.
I actually think that's the way the world is going. That's why so many people are homeschooling their children. Yeah. They're bringing them back to basics because conformist education is not for everyone. Yeah. I think it's for the minority, not for the majority.
So we should just take away education now.
Exactly.
Okay, I thought we weren't going political, ladies.
Close the schools.
ASTRAL, please.
You're actually a very, very high achiever. Yeah. And we like the fact that you're a high achiever.
Thank you.
You're open to change on the surface.
That's just the ultimate thing, isn't it? You're open to change on a surface level.
You're very emotional.
Yeah.
Very, very emotional.
Oh, I've cried. Yeah,
But you can hide it behind a mask the majority of the time.
Yeah, I've definitely had a breakdown and then gone on stage.
You never let go of your desires. So whatever is a want, a desire, a real burning within you, even if 10 years have passed, that will always stay within you and you'll always get there eventually.
I get that on every level. My friend mentioned Domino's pizza in front of me like 4 days ago and I've been thinking about it every day since then. Yeah. I just haven't been home long enough to, because it takes me a while to eat, digest, and then,
Sure.
You can be humble and thoughtful.
Yeah. I haven't seen it, but I believe it's possible.
Your confidence needs boosting at times, so you need people around you that need to boost you. It may not appear it on the surface, but it certainly needs to happen.
Everyone thinks I'm too confident.
You've got a core of steel,
Yes.
but also
What does that mean?
a core of steel that you are invincible.
I knew it.
And also,
course
you're
you
a
are.
lot softer and more compassionate than people give you credit for.
Yeah, that's true. I'll take that compliment.
Those are such good. That's also accurate.
And actually, I was going to say to you, there's a massive difference in you this year than last year.
Wow.
So whatever you're doing to get there, the spreading of the wings, the taking the opportunities, the listening to
Good
Penelope
advice. Yeah.
Penelope.
is standing
Therapy.
in good stead.
I think it has been a good year. And last year, it was a lot of work, a lot of setting things up and like going on my first tour.
Oh, where
and
did
like,
you go? The UK?
Just around the UK. And it's just like, first tour, you're on a budget. It's like,
Yeah.
hopefully the smallest audiences I'll ever play.
Yeah.
But like, it was, yeah. And then this year I immediately started I took myself on holidays with my friends. I said yes to like going and traveling to America. I'm going to Australia next week to
Are
do
you?
gigs. Yeah.
Where in Australia? I used to live there.
Sydney, then Perth.
When you go to
Ladies.
Perth,
Yeah.
because my ex-husband still lives in Perth.
No way. What's his
Yes, way.
address?
Well, I will give it to you afterwards.
Random man's egg is house's egg.
No, he because we came back to the UK. We lived there for 7 years. Came back to the UK. And my daughter was 5 because she was born out in Australia. Fabulous healthcare. If you want to get sick, I had a
really
baby
good
out there.
healthcare.
Marvelous
Really good
healthcare.
health-
So
Healthcare.
get sick while I'm there.
Yeah.
Understood.
But only if you've got time.
Listen, if you can work it in.
If you can work it in. And then we came back, and then we ended up. He went off with a 19-year-old,
Here we fucking
and
go.
I was 33, and he left on my daughter's 5th birthday. I know it's fine. It's fine. We're over that now. And then they went back to Australia, but he's getting divorced again now from his second wife.
Good.
Yeah.
And he's in Perth.
Whoa.
Yes, but me and his current wife get on really well. She's coming over in September with her 3 children.
Great.
And he's being left behind.
Great.
Bye.
I love
What
when
can
it
I
all
say?
works out.
Me
Like
too.
a full circle of
too.
gorgeousness.
Me too.
I know.
Oh wait, so almost me, but wait, are there any final thoughts for Helen? Any questions from Helen?
Well, I'm going to get to that when I align her chakras.
I think that'd be
because-
great, yeah.
Because there is one thing, actually, that I will mention now.
Okay.
I don't want you ever to limit yourself, because I have a sense with both of you, but we're doing Helen at the moment, that the best is absolutely yet to come. And you so need to be focused on you and what is building your pathway forwards. I don't want anyone to knock that confidence, which is why I want you to pick and choose the good stuff for you.
Okay.
And I do want you to be emotionally happy as well.
Me too.
But I want you to find the person that you trust.
Yeah.
They can be a polar opposite. They can be somebody that is so different from you, but you have to trust them. Otherwise, you will self-sabotage.
It is Sunil, isn't it? It's my fucking
No, it's not necessarily Sunil.
Are his family nice?
Yeah. I don't know them, but like, yeah.
Do they like you? How come you've not met them and he's your housemate?
I like,
Do you not invite them around for dinner?
no.
Oh,
But my mum's only visited once for a coffee. Like,
was she wary of sitting down in your property? Was it clean?
Oh, she is actually very clean. She's very clean.
clean enough.
You should invite them around for dinner. Because you're living with their baby boy.
Interesting.
You call him your baby boy.
I do call him my babe.
That is wild.
Okay, look. I'm not going to limit myself.
Oh, please limit yourself.
I'm going to figure this out. Please tell me about the mess that is Catherine Bohart.
Hi.
Oh, Catherine, you've
This
waited so long.
unbalanced slut.
I'm very balanced.
We have Catherine's chart here, and we're going to show it up.
Oh my gosh,
Quickly.
look at that,
There we go.
Andrew.
There is stuff everywhere on Catherine's chart.
I wouldn't say it's crazy balanced.
Oh, it's way more balanced than your chart. And it shows us that her yin and her yang are much more balanced than in Miss
Bauer.
over here. Now, what we've done for you, and I've written at the top, okay, I've given you, because I wasn't sure if you all knew that, but at the top I've written down all the fire signs.
Yes,
great.
So
thank you.
and the air signs and the earth signs in my appalling handwriting.
No, it's beautiful.
No, it's great.
Well, it's the handwriting of the last century when you had to do cursive writing
It's
at school.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And I've written it all down so that you can bear in mind what that means when you're looking at your overviews.
Okay.
you.
Okay. When we look at Helen's, I'm so stuck on Helen.
That's fine. That's
when we
fine.
look at
It happens.
Catherine's
It
chart,
happens.
we see that she is a Leo through and through.
Yes.
Because, she's 20 degrees in, over 20 degrees in.
Whoa.
The fieriness, the passion, the emotion, the unstoppable drive that is a Leo.
The hot temper.
Well, I think that as far as hot tempers are concerned, you might have a bit of a temper, and I think you can let it go, like you can really let it rip at times, but you're not irrational. You're not irrational with it. You can be, but most of the time I wouldn't say that you're an irrational Leo.
Good. Okay,
actually.
good.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're looking at that.
I
We can
agree
see
with that. You put a lot of thought into your arguments.
And if we look and if you see what I wrote here, okay, what did I write there?
Internal dilemma.
Thank you. Internal dilemmas. I didn't do your internal dilemmas, but you can do yours on your own.
Okay.
You're only 1 degree into your internal dilemmas. Now, the thing about internal dilemmas is when you second guess, third guess, fourth guess, fifth guess yourself. And I know you do that, but your ability to see past that will always shine through. It will always shine through. So yet again, with the second half of this show, we're looking at people that are really focused on the direction they're going in. And Catherine is no less focused than Helen, but she does it in a completely different way.
Okay.
Slightly more balanced way, I have to say.
But that's nice that we're both focused.
I'm interested in these two, 26 and 27 degrees, the big guys.
Why are you interested in those
I'm just
two?
wondering what they are, if they're such high percentages, high degrees.
This is your performance and this is your rebellion.
Interesting.
Now, rebellion doesn't mean being rebellious as a teenager. Your rebellion is against things that hold you back. It's your ability to see past the obstacles that other people are putting in your path and go, well, actually, no, that's absolutely no, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. This is what I'm going to do and this is the direction that I'm going to go in.
I don't really like taking no for an answer, that's fair.
Yeah, so you push and you push and you push and you push, but there's a lot of charm in your chart.
Oh my God, there is. You are charming. Even
There's a lot
during a rebellion.
You're very, very charming.
You have to be if you want what you want.
Exactly. And your performance is all about your vision of your life, the direction that you wanted to go in, the choices that you're making and why you're making them. So the way that you navigate through your birth chart is very different from the way Helen does.
Okay.
You do
My
it,
performance is 4.
you do it with charm, diplomacy, tact.
Okay.
I would also say an edge of flattery.
I'm a sycophant, Penelope. I'm a bit of a suck-up. That's fair.
But you get what you want, and that's the difference. You get what you want as well.
Apparently not.
You take what you want. I ask for it politely.
Oh, right,
We both
okay.
get it.
You both absolutely get it. But the other thing that is interesting about your birth chart, which I found it actually stumped me a little bit, was your Venus. Because, it's just over, where's your Venus? Here it is. It's just over 5 degrees in, but there's a real passion that lies within you. There's a real burning desire to feel loved and to give love. You're very, what's the word I'm looking for?
Needy,
No, she's-
desperate,
No, you're very
emotionally attached
constant.
quickly.
I think
Okay.
Penelope can get this one. Thank you so much. Constant.
You're very constant, and when you fall for somebody, you fall like a stone, and
Yeah.
that's it. Oh, this is so fabulous, and you completely immerse yourself in it. But you do it in a way which is very, very solid. And even though you might see the writing on the wall over and over and over and over again, because you believe so much in that passion, you won't let it go. And it intrigued me because I know I said roughly the same to you last year.
It's good for her to hear it again.
Is it good for you to hear
No,
it
it's
again?
good. It's good. I think it is true. I think I will often see the writing on the wall and be like, well, I have committed to this, and that is
Yeah.
what love is work, and work is love.
But love is actually supposed to be the icing on your cake. It's supposed to
Yeah.
be the sprinkles
A
in the
treat.
sky. Well, no. It can be a mainstay, but it's got to be the sprinkles in your sky that make getting up in the morning fun and enjoyable.
I do think it finally is, Penelope. I do think it finally is.
She's found a really good gal.
And her name is
Ellen.
Ellen.
It's also my sister's name, which is weird.
And do you call her Elle?
No, I call her Ellen. My sister's Ellie.
Okay. And what does she do for a living?
She's, God,
Sketch.
devastating. She's a sketch comedian, an actor mainly,
Really?
and a writer.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think it'll
Penelope's
work out?
unconvinced.
I'm not unconvinced. I might have to look at your palm and see where it goes.
Oh,
And
wow.
how-
I want you to.
How old is Ellen?
She's 30. I'm 34.
You're 35 this year.
Yeah.
So when you hit your birthday in the lovely
August.
month of August, you're going into your number 12 year, which is the end of a chapter for you. It's the end of that 12-year block. So we go 0 to
Thank
12,
God.
12 to 24, 24 to 36. So that number 12 year from 35 to 36 is your year of endings and beginnings. So it's your year of letting go of the stuff that doesn't work. It's letting go of the people that don't work. It's redefining where you think your edge lies.
Wow.
I've been doing a lot of letting go of the people that don't work in a way that's felt like quite. I've been shocked by myself being like,
Really?
that's just, I'm just going to draw that line. Because I think
I think you're very good at putting boundaries in
it's
place.
new though. Like
Yeah.
my ability to be like, you're being bad to me. Like measuring people's, actually objectively measuring whether or not somebody's being kind to me or like intentionally cruel.
Yeah.
I think I've let go of a lot of that this year, which is good. But I'm interested that it's my 12th year because I do feel like I'm hobbling through life at the minute.
Really?
Yeah, like I'm just like dragging myself to a finish line. So I'm kind of glad to hear that.
But when I looked at all your stuff in conjunction with you, and the reason I didn't bring your current astral charts, but I will email them to the email that you gave me,
Oh my God,
so
so
much.
exciting.
is because every day as the planets move, things change. So I could do you a yearly forecast, but we'd have been here for like hours.
Yeah.
And it would have been like,
But we should do
About
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
we
best
should
day of
do
our
that.
lives. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It would have been midnight and I'd have been dragging my weary bones home.
But what does it mean if I'm endings and beginnings?
Yeah.
I love how you-
Endings more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you've already started, so that means that you're slightly ahead of the game.
Yeah.
In your year 11, which is like you're dragging yourself through the end of your year 11, and you're going into your year 12. It is about letting go of the things that don't work, and it's being very brutal with yourself. Not always wanting to be that brutal, not always wanting to be that honest with yourself, but almost being forced to do it by something that's going on inside.
Like getting rid of furniture?
Yes.
What's your
Why?
problem
What
with
do
my
you want from
furniture?
my
Nothing
house?
wrong. Nothing's wrong with the furniture. I just like it. I wouldn't mind.
Hey, you're
Dining
not getting
room
my
table.
furniture. Fuck's sake.
She's got a lovely sofa and it's got this like little, what's it called? Like a thing you put your legs on so you can
Ottoman.
lie on. Ottoman.
Yeah.
And I'd love that.
Why don't you move into a new house and then you'll consider whether or not you get to steal my furniture?
But
What's
you
going
could buy
on?
something similar.
Yeah, I'll send you a link.
That would be great.
Yeah, you know. But it's also a year where you might find yourself emptying your wardrobe before your clothes, or redefining the look that you've got on stage, redefining the kind of image that you want to portray.
Oh, like cut her hair.
Oh no, you
No,
have
leave
beautiful
my hair alone. Yeah, I've been done enough bad haircuts this last year and a half. That's enough now.
No, the hair's gorge.
Thank you, Penelope. I agree. The hair is staying. The hair is staying.
You know, people go through that. It's like my daughter's going to shave her head this year. She's going to shave off all her hair because it's something that you've got to do once in your life.
I got a curly fringe. That'll do me. That'll do me. That'll do. I'm gonna leave my hair alone now.
It's like her husband has dyed his hair bright red.
Yes.
Because he's
Good
on
for him.
He's on tour right now. So, if you're doing the festivals,
Yeah.
he's doing Leeds, Reading, Download, 2000 Trees.
Amazing. Is he in a band?
Yes.
What's it called?
Graphic Nature.
Okay,
Go
we'll
see
check him
Graphic
out.
Nature.
Graphic Nature. Amazing.
They're yeah, of course. Yeah, you might not like them. They're screaming heavy metal.
If you're into heavy metal.
If you're into heavy metal, go see Graphic Nature. I'd go see that for some catharsis.
They're called the new. I can't remember what they're called. Like, they're really famous people, but I don't know.
That's fine. We'll check them out.
They're doing very well. They're doing
Good
very
for
well.
them.
Yeah. So yes, if you want to go and see that. But for you, it is about, the reinvention of where you're at, letting go of all the stuff that perhaps has served you quite well over the last 4 or 5 years, but being quite resolute about the steps that you're taking and the direction that you're going in. There is also a sense with you of where you are now, 34, 35, between, let's say 35 and 38, so before you turn 40, there is a feeling of concentrating more in one area than another, going down one path where you're where both of you spread yourselves quite thinly over all different avenues and there's much more concentration in one area coming for you.
Oh, thank God.
Do you know what that area is going to be?
Well, I don't want to say.
No, okay. Oh, just
I
in
know I
case.
have to say.
Go on, say.
There's quite a bit of writing for you, but there's also a lot of what I would call TV performing.
Great. Great news. I honestly feel like
TV
we've
performing,
been so,
like presenting.
acting or presenting or comedy.
I see you more in like a And you said your partner does sketch show comedy, which I'm assuming is those things like Have I Got News for You?
She does a lot of acting and a lot of writing, and then they do a sketch show live. But yeah.
Is it one that I would have seen? Possibly not.
They
Maybe.
probably not, but she's in lots of stuff. She's going to be in a big film next year, which is exciting. I'm not allowed to say. I'm not allowed to say. But so the idea of concentrating on one aspect of our careers rather than being in every 8 different directions all the time would be delightful.
Really?
My intuition is that's a good idea. Honestly, I'm just putting it into practice right now. My intuition says we should both streamline.
I agree.
I think streamlining is good, but don't lose your core foundation. I also
Can I ask a question about me?
No.
Okay.
I also wanted to
Didn't know
point
we
out.
could say no to her, Penelope. Amazing.
I also wanted to point out that you had Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune all in retrograde when you were born. You had some retrogrades as well, if
Thank
you look at
you.
yours.
What is that?
It's when planets appear to be going backwards through the sky.
Right.
And the interesting one for you is you were born under a Saturn retrograde. Now, everyone's heard of the Mercury retrograde. We've got one at the moment where things feel hard work, you can't get stuff done, everything feels disorganized. The next big one that we go, oh my God, is Saturn.
Okay.
And you tell me why you think people concentrate so much on the Saturn. Because it's your...
Performance.
Yeah. So when Saturn is in retrograde, you feel that your life, your direction, your choices, your career is going backwards. So when you were born, Saturn was in retrograde.
Interesting.
So it may have taken you slightly longer to find your feet than you would have liked or you would have imagined. And
I
that...
was 27 before I did a gig.
Really? Well, we wouldn't believe that, would we, people at home?
There you go. There you go.
And it does mean that you have this ability, a bit like you with the mountain goat last year. It gives you an ability to never let go. So you're clinging onto the cliff face of the world, and you dig your heels in and you dig your nails in and you won't quite let go. But that retrograde aspect that you had for your performance when you were born, it means that, yes, it might have taken you a little while longer, but once you get there, you literally explode. Where she is a freight train, you just explode, and it all kind of comes in one big lump.
How exciting.
And I
know.
just keep chugging along.
But like a freight train that is unstoppable.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is it okay? Do you think? Maybe this is a lame question. Do you think? Financially, I'll be okay.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, that's my big concern is that I will die in poverty. That's like my.
Yeah, but you have a family. You will inherit money.
I don't have anything to inherit. Bless their hearts.
Apparently,
No.
you're going to inherit.
Wow, maybe my mom wins the lotto. No, but you're right. It'll be okay. And my other question is, people have babies at 40, right?
Oh God, yeah.
Okay.
All the time.
I told you about my friend who had her first baby at 47.
Yeah, it's
Naturally,
interesting that you said that. I was
with
like,
no
huh.
intervention, and her second one after
It's
50
probably
with
going to
no
take some intervention with me.
She was just lucky, I think, or hyperfertile.
Even if I was hyperfertile, I probably need some intervention on account of the gayness, I think. But yeah,
Oh, yes, of course.
I was like, no matter how hard we try.
What I was referring to is whoever inseminates you, however
Yeah,
it's
you're right.
done,
You're right.
you fall like that.
You're right. Let me hear my, I want to hear my,
Your traits.
yeah.
I haven't quite finished with you yet.
Yeah, I'd like to hear a
Sorry,
little bit
please.
more.
Haven't quite finished with you yet. You have slightly less fire in your chart than Helen.
That checks out.
And that does make you a slightly more balanced person. But there is quite a bit of emotional water, because you've got some Pisces, you've got some Scorpio, and you've got your North Node is in Pisces, which is your spirituality, which means that you're very open to all kinds of things. You're open to all kinds of people. You're open to all kinds of circumstances. And you feel the emotion of others quite deeply.
Not as much as I do. Not as much as I do.
Okay. But Helen, it's not always all about you. Right now it's about Catherine.
I love that you were trying to argue that you're more empathetic than me while speaking over Penelope and making it about ridiculous. Go on.
Now, I also wanted to mention your Scorpio and Pluto. So you've got...
Scorpios are evil.
No, they're not.
100% they are, babe.
Your transformation element, which comes under the planet of Pluto, for you is in Scorpio, so it's a water energy. So your ability to transform and be mutable is extraordinary. Yes, it's 10 degrees in, roughly, but anything to do with water, so Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, anything like that, makes you a very adaptable person. And it
Okay.
comes under your transformation. So when you go through your transformation, it will be a seamless transformation. I wanted to point out to you both, there's something at the bottom here called Lilith, which we call the dark moon. Okay. And that's your inner knowledge, your inner assessment of yourself. Yours is 10 degrees in, which means that you are really quite aware of your flaws and your frailties and your abilities to fail and your abilities to succeed. And then when I when I look at Helen's,
She's so mean to herself.
it's almost 27%, which means that you can get lost in that ability to be hypercritical of yourself and to look at your inner workings.
Oh, poor little Helen.
Well,
Well, she's fine.
I kind of think that, your natural buoyancy overcomes that.
Yes.
But it does mean that, sometimes for you, when you're giving yourself a hard time, it's almost like flagellating yourself with a whip,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you have to try and find a way to let that go.
Yeah.
You do exactly the same, but you do have a stop point. You can overthink it, you can overanalyze it, but you do know when to stop, or other people will chip in and that will click you out of it. There's no clicking you out.
Yeah, I definitely have lent into stuff before.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I would say to you that, as we go through the summer, into the autumn, into the winter, into the spring of next year, you really are in a place where nothing is impossible.
Oh, Catherine, yay!
And that fine tuning of where you want to be, why you want to be there, the choices that you want to make, the decisions that are really important. This is an ideal time to do it. It's an absolutely brilliant time to do it. And it's a time where if you push past your, at times, natural reservations about new circumstances,
She's scared of change.
there is nothing that you can't achieve over the next 12 to 18 months. But you have to be really focused. You have to be. Then when we look at your character traits, I'm just going to run quickly through Catherine's traits. Nice balance chart.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Penelope.
You do have the intense emotions. And it reminds me a bit of people like Van Gogh, you would say, Van Gogh, and people that get really, really consumed by their art, like Charlie Chaplin and, various dancers like Nureyev and Margot Fontaine. They get so consumed by their art that they let go of other stuff, and you have that intense emotion for your creativity. You are much steadier and more reliable than other people in this room.
Well, Andrew, I think you should be offended by that one as well, to be quite frank with you. That felt very general.
You have a craving for stability, a real want for
Oh,
stability.
yeah, that's fucking bang on.
And
Irish.
your creativity is well balanced, where you can go really overboard with your creative bubble. Your creative bubble is much more balanced. You can look at things, you can weigh things up, you can decide what's important. And you actually have very little fear about saying no. You don't like to do it, but you'll go, actually, that's not for me right now.
Last night. Yeah.
What did you say last night?
Just for the first time in ages, I just said no to somebody, and they said they pushed back a lot. We're like, why?
Oh,
And
really?
I just, for the first time in ages, I just said, because I don't want to.
Yeah.
And didn't offer any further explanation. And it worked against quite like a forceful energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, hold, like trying not to blink at the person. And then they were like, fine. And then I was just like, oh, and I was like, I got to do more of that. Like,
You
not
must.
offering explanation,
Yeah.
just being like, because it's not comfortable for me. I don't want to.
I mean,
Yeah.
quantifying a decision always weakens the decision.
Yeah.
And I think when you quantify something, you say, well, I'm not going to do it because, or whatever you tack on the end, it gives people an in. So
Yeah.
just a statement.
Yeah.
Fabulous. I'm delighted.
It only took me 34 years to no, because I don't want to.
You are led by your desires of the heart,
Bang on.
which are never overruled by your head. but then your head decisions are never overruled by your heart. So actually there's a decent balance in there. So when you're going with your heart, your head will become quite quiet. When you're going with your head, your heart will become quite quiet. And that is something that people go through their entire lives to try to succeed at. And you have it naturally. So we're really happy about that.
Congratulations.
You love your home comforts. So, you know, I can see you nest building.
100%. I always do.
Yeah.
She nests for herself like she's a baby.
Really.
It's
I can see you in
incredible.
anthropology choosing new
Oh my
cushion
God,
covers.
yes. Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
you're able to see through the haze of others. And by that, I mean, when people put up a smoke screen of rubbish, you know, other people put up a smoke screen of me, you can see right through the middle. And
Yes, and it's so annoying. Like, if someone's trying to, like, pretend to be like, having a really good time and they're actually feeling a bit shit on the inside, you go in with the, like, we can talk about it later.
Yeah.
And it's so annoying.
And that is that's a gift, and I think that's a gift in your profession as well, because it means that you can read a room quite well.
Yeah.
And you can read a room as well.
No, I really can't.
It's like having a small child.
And also, you can read a room. No, I do think that's actually true. I do think that's partly from being quite sad for a long time and being quite mentally unwell when I didn't have any sort of sense of what was going on. I was pretending a lot of the time. So now I think I can smell other people's not
Pretense.
bullshit, but like effort almost to pretend to be something that they're not feeling themselves to be.
But I think I think as a country, as a world, as a people, we're turning a corner, because from when I was young and when your parents were young and when your parents were young, if you weren't having a good time, you still had to smile.
Yeah.
If people were rude to you, you just had to, as a woman, you had to shrug it off. Sexist comments, oh, they're only being funny.
Yeah.
You know, people not quite coping. Well, of course you can cope, just pull your socks up.
Yeah.
Whereas we've gone 180 now, and I think we're validating the fact that not everybody is as strong as they might appear on the surface. Everybody needs a helping hand at some point. And being open and honest about it, it helps for you guys, it helps the people out there. But also when people come and see you doing your work, doing your shows, they want a bit of upliftment, they want a bit of fun.
Yeah.
And so if you tap into, which you're brilliant at, if you tap into other people's concerns about where they're at, it gives it a whole new level. So that's something that we're very thankful for.
That's nice.
As I look at your chart, there's warmth in all areas. So in every aspect, in every bit of this, there is warmth in every section. And that means that you're the kind of person that, even if you're stood at a bus stop, not with your resting bitch face, as people call it, and you feel that somebody's a little bit upset, you will always warm towards them and you'll always talk to them.
Interesting.
I said this last year, she's an anxious overthinker, people. You know, we
She
knew it last
is.
year. We
She's
know
a
it
very
this
anxious
year.
overthinker. Sorry.
And we're encouraging both of these fabulous ladies not to do that moving forwards. But you do it in different ways, you know, and your way is much more copable with than your way. So when I look at you, you have much stronger coping mechanisms for that anxiety. But I think that's grown a lot over the last 3 or 4 years. So we're happy
And I'm
about
a
that.
lot younger than Catherine.
Yes.
Marginal.
I'm
Marginal.
only 4.
Marginal. You can throw caution to the wind, but normally only when it's matters of the heart. So not with work, not with business, not with buying a new house, not with moving. Anything else, it's really ordered, but anything to do with love, and it's like, you know, all bets are off. You're also very focused. You're also very intelligent. A trait that you have much more highly developed than Helen is your patience.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, we're all surprised by that, aren't we?
But am I more patient than like the average person? Because Helen's not a very good barometer. I don't feel that patient. I try to be.
You know that phase when you want to be a teacher and everyone's like, I want to be a teacher. Everyone's like, you can't teach. You've got no patience.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I also don't think that Helen understands why people don't understand, whereas you understand why people don't understand always.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Yes. You are also a high achiever. We're liking the high achieving. But you do achieve in a different way to Helen.
Go on. No, go on. Let's all, we want to look at Helen and figure out if she's going to be balanced with her reaction. How do we achieve differently?
Both highly.
Shut
Both
your
highly.
mouth.
You achieve like a freight train, so you're an unstoppable force. you achieve with charm and diplomacy. And the fact that you are a bit like a freight train means that it can be a bit stop, start, stop, start, stop, start, whereas yours is more like an explosion. You get to a point and then it all clicks into place. You have equal levels of achievement in life.
Maybe that's why I have to be patient, though.
Well, I think you have been patient. I
Yeah.
do. I think you have been patient. And I think that you have, because you had a little bit of retrograde in that, I think that you came to things slightly later. But it means that you have a more balanced energy for it. You don't have that rashness of a 19, 20, 21-year-old. You have the maturity of a 26, 27, 28-year-old.
I'll take it.
There
I'll
we go.
take it.
Wowzers.
You also
She's
have a
34.
core of steel.
Okay.
Oh, yay!
Yep.
Cause
They can't bring us
of steel. Cause of
down.
steel.
Even if they try.
And they do.
And they do.
You're also thoughtful and humble.
Yay!
I'm surprised by that.
Me too.
You can be stubborn,
Yeah.
but you know when to trust your instinct. So where your stubbornness can be a little bit pig-headed,
Yeah.
your stubbornness is different. Your stubbornness is more from, I feel there's something not right here. I know that I'm being stubborn for a reason. You might not be able to put your finger on it, but you know you're doing it for a reason, whereas yours can be quite irrational at times.
It's not irrational. It's based purely on vibes, and I feel
Purely on vibes.
very deeply.
Okay, but in the world, going through the world going, oh my God, it's because I've got a vibe. That doesn't actually,
Yeah, people don't like it.
No.
Yeah.
Whereas you might not know quite what it is, but you'll know that there's something definite that you're going to be, and you will be able to put your finger on it. And you have a very, very, very soft side. I'm going to leave these for you ladies.
Thank you.
You have a very soft side, so you'll be all over small animals and young children, and you'll go to some goat farm,
I love baby goats.
and there'll be a goat that looks all sad, and you'll want to take it home.
I'm that goat.
You are that goat. I would take you
honestly,
home.
she treats me like just a little princess and sort of takes me out on trips and stuff.
Well, I think that's nice.
I love it.
Do you have her for dinner? Does she come to you for dinner?
Yeah.
Of course.
Do you go to her for dinner?
No.
We have takeaway sometimes.
Yeah.
One
I've never
time.
cooked.
Yeah, but you would if I asked, if I really
I
needed
would.
you
I
to.
don't think you'd eat it.
Well, no. So it's better the way it is.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's nice.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine that you set the table, you have your
Of course.
china.
Yeah,
your
lights a
crockery.
candle, like dinner candles
Yeah.
and stuff.
And-
I don't have a table.
Yeah.
We eat on sofa. in front of
And I
TV.
also think that it would just come out of a saucepan as one big thing.
Yes,
rather
one
than,
pot, yeah.
rather than separate items
Yeah.
of food.
Yeah.
So we're
My baby goat.
your baby goat. But also, when I look at you two this year, and I absolutely will, it might not be today, but by the end of the weekend, I will have emailed you your annual charts. So you can use this in conjunction with your annual charts.
That's exciting.
So you can look at them and go, oh my God, this is my month. This is when I really need to be doing this. And
That'd be good to know, like, which,
Yeah.
sometimes, like, I think any job...
you
like,
both have good summers, actually. You both have good summers.
Do we?
Oh, we
Yeah.
love to hear it,
I
Penelope.
feel like we needed that.
We
You
love
both
to
have
hear
good
it.
summers. I mean, you said that things were feeling a bit hard work. You both, it's not that you're on dips, but you both feel as though you're like this right now, and
Yeah.
then we have to go like this.
Woohoo! Oh my God, how exciting. This is great news. Shall we chakra?
I think we should
La chakra, la chakra.
Oh my God, Penelope, that was amazing. Round of applause for Penelope.
I've got one more question.
Oh, sorry,
we
what
just
is
did the
it?
round of applause.
Jasmine, no. I'm just, because I'm going into wrapping up and Catherine's going into starting up, how does that, do we have to work on our communication working together going forward?
No.
As friends, does it matter?
The thing about you two is your weaknesses and your strengths, and your weaknesses and your strengths, they
Yeah.
complement each other.
Thank God.
And this is like this is almost like people that go back year after year to do one Shakespeare play. They go back year after year to do one Ibsen play. They want to keep their roots, and I think this is a lot of your roots. Yes,
So nice.
yes, you're going in different directions for some things, but not for everything.
Oh, I like
We
that.
love
Now
that.
I feel better.
Now we can do a round of applause for Penelope. Yay! That was
got-
amazing.
Oh my
Thank
God.